Hey guys, how's it going? It's Etanyos here. Welcome to episode 11 of this Hamilton Tigers franchise mode. Today, we are getting into the offseason as we missed the playoffs yet again. It has been brutally frustrating, and, the only way we can fix that is by having another good draft here. So, yeah, our team is going to need a couple different moves here. Obviously, we are going to be getting rid of a lot of players due to the fact that they have spent the full 3 seasons with our team, and that was the rule we set in place, that they could only play for a certain amount of seasons. So that will all be happening here with either they just walk because we can't re-sign them or things like that. But the youth is starting to take over in this team. So as far as the draft goes here coming up, guys, we have one target that we seriously want to acquire out of the top 10. And, I mean, we don't have a top 10 lottery pick right now, but the player that we are looking at there is Kalle Gilson there. You can see we've got him pinned, an elite Swedish defenseman, 6'4", 211 pounds, NHL ready, has the cycle pinch system, so he is literally perfect for what we need. And, I mean, right-handed defensemen are very difficult to come by, so that is why we are going to be drafting him. Besides that, we might be targeting a couple other players, but honestly, Gilson's kind of just our dream defenseman here that we want to pair up with Matsumoto or Lambos in the future, versus a guy like Parker Dexter really is not going to be that good compared to the rest of the guys in this top 10. And, yeah, that's kind of going to be our main goal here, is to acquire Gilson. We might have to trade up, or we will have to trade up for sure. We don't have any other picks. So that's how the draft's going to go, really. We do have other targets too, but Gilson's our big one there for sure. As far as player retirements go, is he retiring? There usually is. And yeah, Sidney Crosby, number 1 overall pick from 2005. Obviously one of the very best in the league to ever play. Phil Kessel up there had 1,200 points. Eric Stahl had 1,100. Same with Getzlaf. And Justin Williams broke 1,000 on his career as well. Crosby probably could have played one more year at 82 overall, but, call it quits when you're ahead, I guess. I don't know. He had a really fabulous season there. Or season, just career in general. He had over 1,000 assists, which is absurd. But, hey, you got to be able to pass if you're going to be that good. So Brad Marchand also retires. Corey Perry, Keith Yandel, pretty big name for a defenseman there. Same with Dustin Byfuglien, Mark Giordano, Bobby Ryan. There's a lot of big names in here for sure. Besides that, who else? Sam Gagner retires. Troy Brouwer, Matthew Perreault even. But let's check out the goalies, see who else retired. And Marc-Andre Fleury, 544 wins. That is a lot. And I think that puts him second or third all-time. Third all-time, probably. Besides that, Pekka Rinne, Jonathan Quick, even Devin Dubnyk, 350 wins. Those are all big names there. So, guys, moving forward now, getting into the draft, we have a couple things we are going to try and do in this 2024 NHL Entry Draft. Obviously, there are certain players that we would love to acquire, such as Kalle Gilson, and none of the teams beside Philly want to trade their pick. Awesome. So this is going to make things a little more difficult. We have the 16th and 17th picks. Besides that, I think we might have the 28th or something like that as well. We might have a late one. Yeah, 29th pick as well. So, yeah, not great there. I was hoping that pick, whoever it was, I think it was Edmonton or Dallas's, would have turned out a little better, but we'll be able to make trades still. So we're going to, just try to find some trades here for Gilson. We're looking for the 6th overall pick. It says 6th. I think we might end up taking him 5th, just to be certain. Besides that, I don't know who else we're actually going to target. McBride looks like he could be an elite possibly, but yeah, he's 5'9", 3-year ETA. I don't think he's actually going to be elite, unfortunately. But Besides that, who else here? A lot of these guys are 3-year ETAs, which is not spectacular. If you can find 2-year or even 1-year ETAs, those are the guys that you really want to draft. So I'm not sure who else we'll end up taking here. A lot of these guys are probably just going to be like regular kind of 65 overall players that aren't going to have the craziest stats to start off here. But we'll see who else we could take. Nicholas Gamble could have as low as a 2-year ETA. Probably going to be 3, but yeah. So guys, in the end, after trying to make trades with different organizations, nothing really seemed to turn out. So we just decided, screw it. We're going to sim to pick 29 and take our selection there with what we have. By the looks of it, we didn't miss out on all that much. I mean, yes, it would have been nice to get another kind of top 15 pick, like a lottery pick, but yeah, whatever. I think we'll be just fine. Obviously, Gillies was the guy we wanted to go for there. 72 overall. He would have been a nice addition, but you can't pick everybody. So Vegas with Hurden, and that's not a good pick. Whatever. And then Levasseur, I think that the Coyotes were ready to select Gilson, and we kind of took him from them. So Kostopoulos ends up going to Vegas. But with the 29th pick here now, we are going to have to make a selection. I feel bad about that. But at the same time, we haven't won a cup yet. So, yeah, it's kind of every man for himself at this point. So, making this next pick, there's really only 1 or 2 guys that I think we're focused on here. We could have gone, or we could go with Goldman, but I don't think so. I don't really want him. Ryan Carlson, 3-year ETA, and no guarantee that he's actually elite. Besides that, Kuznetsov is a possibility. Again, just these players are not good with their ETAs or anything like that. So I don't know who we're going to select at this point. So the other guy we had pinned here was a guy by the name of Radek Prokop. And, I mean, he's NHL ready. Guaranteed top 6 forward. He's a big two-way forward. It says he's on the right wing. Honestly, we could probably move him over to center if he's a computer-generated player, because they always give wingers way too high a face-off rating, unless they're like a serious like playmaker or somebody or sniper on the wing. Then like a two-way forward will probably have good face-offs. So yeah, I think we're going to go with Prokop, even though it's, it's a bit out of order, but I mean, hey, that NHL ETA is a huge thing when it comes to rating, and even if he's like a power forward or something, I'd still be happy with that. So Radek Prokop, going to be our 29th overall selection, 77 overall, let's go. He's going to be really good in the future. So we're going to sim all the way to pick number 112 now, and go back and just check out who really got good picks here. Hedeken was a low elite goalie. That's an interesting one for sure. Besides that, Ott was a medium top 6. Urquhart was also a medium top 6 power forward, an elite defenseman there in Filppula, 61 overall. Otson was a medium starter. 74 overall Arsene, I don't know how you say it. That's crazy. Those are some really good picks, my gosh. Who else? Biggs. Yeah, he was alright for a 3rd round pick. I would agree on that. 50 overall goalie there in Hood. Who else? Anybody else in this 3rd round? Usually there's like one more. Medium top 6 and medium starter, and then medium top 4. Arneson. Holy San Jose. Nice pick. That was a really strong last 4 of that 3rd round. Arneson is insane. He's 68 rated already. Jeez. I mean, yes, he's a defensive defenseman, but my gosh, like Mark-Edward Vlasic 2.0 there. Jeez. Okay, 2nd round. This is all the picks we missed out on. Anybody good? A lot of medium top 9 forwards. Oh, low elite there in Guit. 76 rated Gilbert there. Braden Gilbert, my gosh. Another defensive defenseman, left-handed. We don't really need those guys, but those are some nice overalls for sure. Another medium top 4 there, 2 in a row actually, and a medium 6 as well. Phil Rickey goes to the Coyotes. Eager there is how many medium top 4s in a row? Jeez. Medium elite goalie there in Bomick, I believe. Jaden Bomick is how you'd say that. With an H, so it's Bomick. I don't know. Besides that, anybody else really in here? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, so I would say we did just fine. A low elite there in Turnbull, but I would say our selections were quite good, as we did land Gilson, who's a 78 overall defenseman, and then Prokop was way better than just about anybody else in this entire draft. So, like, he was up there. His rating put him up there with, like, the top 10 in this draft. So, making our next selection here, I think we might have to go with Schutz just because he's a guaranteed medium 6. And yeah, he's got a 5-year ETA, but, you know, medium 6 grinders aren't actually that bad. You can put them into your bottom 6 and they will perform just fine. So Louis Schutz is definitely going to be our selection there. Only 56 overall, but hey, he's a grinder. Like, he's going to take a couple years to develop for sure. And now we've only got about, 2 or 3 picks left of this draft. Really, we kind of just want to get them out of the way. I don't think we missed all that much drafting Schutz there. Obviously, Filppula would have been a nice draft pick, but Kallio was nothing. We were looking at him. Roy could have, or Wah, however you want to say it, could have been a decent selection, but I'm happy with the medium 6 grinder, to be honest. I don't think he's that bad of a pick, so moving on to the next pick here, I think we're going to take Lidecker here just because he's a 3 out of 4 defensive defenseman and a medium top 4 at that, so why not? He's also 6'5". He's huge, so yeah, medium 6, not great, but I mean, he's still a decent defensive defenseman. He'll probably be kind of headlining our AHL roster over the next 5 years or so. But besides that, low elite and Boyle, that would have been nice for sure. 58 overall. Oh well, you don't always get the best picks. So we're going to take a risk on, I don't know who here. Who are we taking here? I think we're going to take Tikhonov? Possibly. You could try Colton Heatley, but he's definitely not going to turn out to be anything. So yeah, I think we're going to take Andrei Tikhonov here, and low top 6, baby. Yikes. As far as missing picks go, Sandblack would have been a better pick for sure than Tikhonov, being a low elite defenseman there. Oh well. You don't always get the best picks, like I said earlier. Besides that, ooh. Hakkarainen. Yikes. That's a nice goaltending pick. 59 overall. Who else was actually good in here? 5th round, you don't expect much. So yeah, Hakkarainen there is a nice pickup for, I believe it was Tampa, but I might be wrong. So for our, is this our 6th or 7th round selection? I can't remember. We could go with Muzzin there, possibly. He could be a low elite. Caleb Muzzin. I don't think he's really going to turn out, but, you know, it could be worth the risk. Anybody else? Like, there's really not a lot of options left at this point. Maybe we go for a guy like Vyacheslav Popov, because then we know he's a guaranteed top 9 playmaker, which means he could eventually get onto our bottom 6. Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad pick. I think we'll go with him just because he's guaranteed. So yeah, Vyacheslav Popov, 57 overall, but he's a guaranteed medium 9. And we just got one pick left, so I'm pretty happy with that for a 6th round pick there in Popov. A lot of people would say, oh, you could have taken a risk and got someone better. Yeah, but the problem is it's such a low percentage risk that it's not worth taking. Oh my god, Grummet Morris, oh my gosh, 65 overall in the 7th round. That's your best pick of the 7th round right there. Quentin Grummet Morris. Holy Montreal, nice selection. Besides that, anybody else actually good in here? There usually isn't. I don't think I saw any kind of elites or anything like that sticking out when I kind of spammed through there. Takashi was all right. Literally nothing. So I'm happy with Popov, but my god, Grummet Morris is a sick pick. And then for our last pick, I honestly don't know. We could go with another Popov. That would be funny. Oleg Popov. Or we could go with Gudas, the guaranteed medium 7th. I don't think we want that really, but honestly, as a 7th round selection, you don't expect all that much. Baxman could be okay. Maybe we go with him. Honestly, there's no guarantee on anything with that player, so I don't know who we're taking. We could go with Reginald Georges as well. That's a possibility. You know what? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who we want to select here. So Solomon Vetrell there has only a 3-year ETA by the looks of it. So maybe he wouldn't be such a bad pick. Oh, no, there's our guy. Terrence Mayer. Guaranteed low elite 2-way defenseman. You got to take him. Like, there's no way we don't take him. And he is 48 overall. Nice. Okay, do we have any more selections in this draft? Or is it Taylor Mayer? Is that his name? I believe so. Or no, Terrence Mayer. Any other selections? I don't think so. So that is it for this 2024 draft. Overall, I'm pretty happy with how things turned out. Obviously, our first round selections were fabulous as we bring in 2 more almost NHL ready players there. They're at 78 overall already. So they could play in the NHL if they had to. Schutz wasn't bad. Lydecker, Tikhonov were meh. Popov is actually going to be decent in about 5 years, and same thing with Terrence Mayer there. So I am happy with all those selections. We did not pursue a goalie, but honestly, we really don't need to at this point. We have a couple different options for what we can do with our goalies still. So we are now hitting the re-sign phase. And by the looks of it, Brandon Steeves is going to be the one lonely RFA there. Obviously, these RFAs are going to be wanting a lot of money. And there's also a lot of guys we physically just cannot sign because they are, they've played 3 seasons for us and they're expiring. So it's really too bad that Rasmus Dahlin really didn't, we have that 3-year rule because otherwise Dahlin would be sick to hold on to as another franchise defenseman. But high elite Brand Steeves here wants $8 million a year. All right, let's get the rule of 85 out because this is absolutely ridiculous. So I don't want to offer him that. That's too much money. Jeez. Tatar, I believe, has played the full 3 years. Same with Vatanen. Actually, I think Vatanen has 1 year left. Troy Terry doesn't even want to sign with our team. So be it. Robert Nylander, I think we will end up signing for sure. But, yeah, that's our options here right now as far as RFAs, UFAs go. Larson, I believe, is on his final year. We might be able to give him 1 more season. I'm trying to remember that. Besides that, Noel Gunler, we will definitely re-sign. He's going to be good for us for a long time here. Vitaly Samsonov definitely will get a new contract as well. Vasakis, we're going to sign Gilson. We're probably going to sign Gauthier for another year or 2. And let's see who else we got besides that. Obviously, Prokop will want to sign. Venkateshin will want to sign. Cousins, honestly, I don't know. I think he's played 2 seasons for us, and he might be more of a write-off at this point. But Jason Demers is $4 million. That's actually okay because we don't need to pursue a ridiculous amount of cap space for players. Plekhanov, 73 overall already as a rookie. Hasn't even been signed yet. Who else there? Emery needs a deal. Suglobov, I believe, is somebody else's player. Same with Coupland and Liguerrier. Hanula, we drafted, I guess. And then by the looks of it, in goal, everybody's pretty good in goal so far. Busenius, as long as Busenius actually plays for us, we'd be fine. Sadikov could still get the starting role, though. And Tyler Parsons, unfortunately, we do have to let walk because he has played a full 3 years for the Tigers. So I think we are going to sign Vatanen here. He needs 1 more year, I believe. He's played 2 seasons with us now, and this will be his final contract year. Oh yeah, he has played 3, so we can't sign him. Never mind. I thought we could. We definitely cannot. So that's too bad. Obviously, we still have guys like Dainton and Dermott there, but yeah, they're going to be going into our top 6 here now by the looks of it. Like Dainton will next season for sure. And then Kelly Gilson will most likely be in the AHL alongside other guys like Sean Bengoa or guys like that. Obviously, our top 6 is really good. It's very strong. And, I mean, the top 4 especially. So we're going to sign Kelly Gilson here to his rookie deal. 5th overall pick. He's probably, like I said, going to end up in the AHL. And besides that, I don't know who else we need to sign on defense. Maybe Plekhanov? Yeah, Plekhanov needs a deal. Being 73 overall, he actually looks like a pretty decent player. I don't even remember when we drafted him. That would have been a while ago. Ruslan Plekhanov. And then the Guerriere. Kwiatkowski is actually our player. Same with Jaden Emery. We're going to want to sign those guys up because they are Tigers drafted players. Kwiatkowski, I'm quite sure he is, but Leguerrier is not. So Zachariah signs there. Leguerrier we are not going to sign, even though he's actually a decent overall. He is 23 already, though, but he's a Montreal draft pick. And then besides that, Barch and honestly Enroth even, Enroth we could give a deal to. I don't really want to because he's not that great, but yeah, we could give him a deal still. So that's his rookie. That's his entry level contract. Kemp needs a deal too, as he is on an RFA. And he's he's a low elite, but really has not grown at all. Jeez. And those other 3 guys, we're just gonna let them sit. Terrence Mayer especially. As far as right wingers go, Thomas Tatar is done. Samsonov and Gunler and Prokop we will be signing though for sure. Yeah, we have options here in this team. Like, it's actually a little bit scary how many options we have. So Vitaly Samsonov we're gonna sign. Radek Prokop we will also sign. Yes, he is 77 overall. Jeez. It's taken Samsonov like 4 seasons or 3 seasons to get up to that same rating that we just drafted Prokop at right now. Venkateshin, we will sign too. Give him a little bit more money, why not? And then who else? Coupland is not our guy. He's a Winnipeg player, I believe. Yeah, he's drafted by the Jets there, so no point in signing him again. Hanula, we could sign up. And besides that, nobody else really needs a contract yet. So as far as left wingers go, this is where we have a lot of signings to make here. Johan Larsson's done, but besides that, everybody else is pretty much ready to go here when it comes to getting signed. So, yeah. Actually, wait, Suglobov, I get the feeling he's not our player. Yeah, he's an Anaheim player, so no point in signing him either. He's played his full 3 years with this team. And Ragnarsson, we will sign. Zucker is already signed. Or Zucker, I think. And Veshy even too, we could sign. But that's no guarantee that they're actually going to play at all. So. And then obviously we'll offer Robert Nylander a deal, but Larson, Suglobov are gone. 80 overall, 22 years old. Not bad there from Robert Nylander, as he is going to be a full-time NHLer now at 6'4". He's got a big frame for sure. And then Brand Steves, high elite. I don't know if I want to offer him that much money. He just goes up for when you put the years up. He just goes up with his price. So I don't think 8 million's like 8 million's a lot. So can we try this much instead? 7.8 for a couple seasons and see how he turns out, because I do not want to pay him that much. Don't get me wrong, like 7.2 million, that's still a big contract for a 20-year-old. Like, it's a lot of money every year. Besides that, our center depth is definitely lacking right now a bit. We probably need to go out and acquire a center, but Troy Terry does not want to re-sign with our team, so that's too bad to see. It happens, but that's too bad. Actually, he's played his full 3 years in Hamilton. Get him out of here. So besides that, Nick Cousins, I believe we can offer him 2 more years. Okay, that's actually pretty decent. I guess we didn't pick him up till recently. Then Frederick Gauthier, I think we're offering him 2 years as well. We'll go with the 1. I think we can offer him 2. So we'll offer him a 2-year contract here for a nice cheap price. And, hopefully somebody like Jakobsen or Winnick or Caney can actually jump into the NHL. But besides that, not really worth signing anybody else at center. And that is pretty much our team right now. We've got most of the contracts set up already. I guess we can offer Corbin a deal, as he could play some kind of backup center role. And I believe that's it for our signings for now. I don't know if everyone's going to sign. I kind of get the feeling that Steves is going to be a pain in the butt and reject deals like usual. But, yeah, I think our team's in pretty good shape overall right now. So all of our coaches and scouts signed their contracts. There was no real issues here with it by the looks of it. So Kelly Gilson obviously signs his entry level. Besides him, let's see who else. 6'5" frame. That's a nice defenseman right there. Nick Cousins also signs. Radek Prokop. Who else? Frederick Gauthier does. Nice. Mats Hanula. Oh, wait, we got a full roster, so he can't sign. Same with Ragnarsson. Oops. Same with Corbin. So, yeah, definitely made a slight error there, having a full roster. But by the looks of it, they're all ready to sign. Venkateshan re-signs. 6'4" right winger. He's big. Vitaly Samsonov signs. Kemp signs. Nylander signs. Kwiatkowski signs. Steve signs. These are some good signings here. Oh, wait. Steve signs? Nice. 7.2. Okay, so that's actually not bad. Sven Enroth, again, full roster. Vashi and Plekhanov all there with the full rosters. We got to clear up like 8 roster spots or something like that. So we did actually have one problem with the scout there. Matthew Lalime actually did not sign. Hanula does sign because we cleared up the roster spots. Everything should work now. Corbin, Ragnarsson, all those guys signed. Gunler even signs. Nice. Anybody else? Enroth and Alan Plekhanov maybe as well. Veshi, yeah, and there's Plekhanov. So we get all our signings done. As far as the rest of this contract phase goes, I think we're just going to be hitting free agency. And nobody else really needs to be signed at this point. So heading into free agency now for 2024, there's a couple big names that we are going to be looking into. Mainly wingers. I think our centers are pretty good, but yeah, there's 2 guys I'm interested in here. Obviously, they are right at the top, being Vladimir Tarasenko and David Pastrnak. Both those guys have got some serious potential, both 92 overall. Obviously, Tarasenko's 4 years older, but that's really not going to make that much of a difference. It just means we'll be able to trade him quicker because he's going to have a little bit less value and around the same money as Pastrnak. He's going to want a shorter deal too, so... As far as goalies go, we can't sign Tyler Parsons, so I think Mackenzie Blackwood might be our best option here at 27 years old. We can sign him all the way until he's 30, which would be pretty solid, and I would be happy with that. So yeah, I think Blackwood and Tarasenko are kind of going to be our main options here. I don't think Pastrnak really fits our system, so for just $2.9 million, Blackwood's a very solid backup goalie here. We'll sign him for that for the 2 years, and hopefully he won't be asking for a ton of more money. Besides that, Tarasenko, I believe, is the only guy that fits our team. Pastrnak would be nice because he's just 28. But at the same time, like, I don't want to sign him for a 7-year deal, especially when he doesn't even fit our scheme fit at all. So, yeah, versus forward line 1, that's what you want from Tarasenko. Yeah, he's a bit of a tank too. He's 225. Jeez. Pasternak's only 194, but both really good numbers from those guys. Obviously, Tarasenko had the 100-point year there. But yeah, I think they're very similar players, I have to say so. They are very similar players, both snipers on the right wing. I think we're going for Tarasenko, though. So if we actually take a look at what we need, our centers are lacking a bit. It'd definitely be nice to get a depth center or 2 in here. And then besides that, well, we've got a couple guys in the system that could potentially come up. But overall, our team strengths are really good, I would say. Yes, up the middle is a slight problem, but the left wing is stupidly strong. The right wing is also ridiculously strong, but it would be nice to sign Tarasenko just to really fill out the depth there. Like, Savan playing second-line center at an 87 overall is insane. Plus 23 growth as well. That's crazy. Our defense is good again. If Dwight Dainton can grow a little bit in the offseason here, we will be set. We will be fine. Obviously, we need that backup goalie still, but this team is looking very good. So I believe at this point we have to pursue Tarasenko. There's no other way to get around it. Like, yes, Pastrnak could be a sick signing, but I don't see him playing long term for this team either, like any more than Tarasenko would. So yeah, I'm feeling Tarasenko because he fits our team. The other thing with Tarasenko is there is no teams interested in him, so why wouldn't we go for him? Like, that just makes so much more sense to pursue Tarasenko rather than Pastrnak, who's got Arizona and Calgary after his signature as well. Like, it's just logical to go for Tarasenko instead of Pastrnak, but we will offer Pastrnak the deal there, and we'll see if he does sign or not. Besides that, we're going to go for a couple of these low elites here in Lindbergh and Zimmerman, see if they will sign. Again, this is just a good tactic here to bring players into your team that's, could eventually become something. Obviously, Troy Terry's there, but he did not want to sign with our team. Not only that, but he was done anyways. He played his 3 seasons. And then Lindbergh here, what's his name? Jesper Lindbergh, 51 overall. At 20 years old, and he's an offensive defenseman, it said. That's what I read. So, yeah. All right, so both Lindbergh and Zimmerman signed for our team there. Blackwood also signs for our team. What about Pastrnak? That's the big question. What about Pastrnak? He goes to Arizona. Shoot. Okay. So that's unfortunate. Obviously, he's the younger option. That's why we've tried to sign him. And unfortunately, it didn't turn out, so oh well. Teams are trying to pick Prokop off of us? I don't think so. So we're going to go try to get Tarasenko now that our number 1 option there in Pastrnak kind of re-signed with another team. So guys, after clearing up a couple more roster spots, we're finally ready to pursue Tarasenko. Obviously, he wants a huge deal there at 3 years, $12 million a year, which is just absurd for the amount of money he's asking. We're going to try 11.5 maybe 11.8. That's a little more. 11.5 is still a lot. It's a lot of money every year. So, I mean, he should be signing this, to be honest, but you never know. So, simulating ahead a couple days here, we're trying to see if Tarasenko will actually sign with our team, and he does. I believe this team is destined for a good run in the playoffs. So there you go. We got some player affirmation, some belief in this team that we could go far. That's a good sign for sure. So, I mean, Tarasenko scored 103 points. We can definitely rely on him for some type of scoring. I don't know if we're going to see those exact same type of numbers, but yeah, this is a championship status team now. So, guys, we are going to sim ahead to the next season now. We've gotten all our moves done we need to in the offseason, and, well, just cutting right through it. There you go. I am kind of recording over this because the audio messed up again. I've had some issues with my Elgato. They are fixed now, thank God. But this is one of the recordings where the audio got messed up, so I am voicing over it. So, here is the edit lines. This is a championship status team. They are going to be very good and should be able to win a lot of games. At least get into a playoff spot. So I'm looking for at least 40 to 45 wins. Somewhere in there. We'll see what the team is actually capable of. But let's take a look, an in-depth look into this team. So here is how our lines are looking. They are pretty strong. Like, I already went through and edited all of these, but as you can see, Noel Gunler is actually playing the third line center right now. Mainly because we just don't have a lot of guys who are good at taking face-offs that aren't, like, that also fit on that line. So that's why the lineup looks like it does right now. Honestly, this is a super solid lineup. That top line's all 90-plus rated players. The second line, if you add the +1, we have 2 90-rated players on there in Mikhail Savan, Luke Leopold, and then Topi Kaloma is 87, 88 rated. Brian Steves also just killing it, 88 overall. Robert Bjorkstrand, 85. Gunler only a 79, but I'm still happy with how the team looks. And then Robert Nylander with Gauthier and Walton down there. Again, looking real good. As far as defense goes here, guys, you can see how I've set it up at the moment. Dwight Dainton, guys, hits an 82 overall. So that's a good amount of growth there in one season, considering he was only playing in the AHL, didn't put up great numbers. But Matsumoto and Dahlin I have split up just simply because, I mean, with 2 pairings with 92 rated players on it, that's insane. Matsumoto technically is an 80 or a 95, and Lambos is an 89 playing beside him. So, yeah, that's pretty solid, I would say. As far as the rest of the defense goes, you can see we got Travis Dermott in there. We got Colton Parayko playing the second pairing with Dahlin. It's looking good, man. Like, this team is set up for success for the upcoming season. So guys, that is pretty much going to be wrapping it up for this episode. If you are enjoying this Tigers franchise mode so far, please go down below, leave a like on the video, especially if you made it to the end. Feel free to subscribe to the channel if you're new and actually enjoying my content. I'm releasing daily NHL 20 franchise mode videos, so go down below and subscribe. And also feel free to comment. I have not been seeing a lot of comments on any of the recent videos, so let's see what you guys can do. But that's going to be it for me. This is Etanyos signing out, and see ya!